soit 4 heures de la nuit, du monde peut téléphonement, peut demandement à cause, bonne évidence, peut gagner transmettre au SBC. Moi, expliquer qu'il y a sa témoin qui donne l'évidence, c'est Assomption. Et nous avons besoin de prendre son témoignage par Internet, par Teams Link, qui nous ont publié sur nos website assomptioninquiry.com. Laisse à bandi monde qui est capable de venir physiquement ici contre nous faire ça. Juste pour les autres gagner accès, nous devons être à l'Osalink, clique l'Osalink, et vous avez autorisé pour t'entrer pour t'écouter. SBC, c'est aussi en te répondre pour transmettre ça l'évidence hier. Mais apparemment, on a un petit problème son. Continuez assis, nous, bon matin, qu'ils ont pourri transmettre ça qui s'est arrivé hier. Seulement 10 pour bandi monde qui les connaît. En gros, hier, nous nous posons avec M. Jacobus Jordan qui fait entreprendre ça.
Entreprendre ça l'ouvrage par IDC pour construire sa bonne villa Assomption. L'évidence qui donne qui tout le monde peut demander qui n'arrive et qui dit pour dire oui il y en a une variation ça stop notice et qui certains travail qui commence le préserve ça qu'il a sa variation y apply pour bonne villa qui commence autres peut faire autres mieux pour autres par exemple en anglais mitigate ça ban dommage qui peut arriver avec ça ban structure par exemple une décrit ban quelque chose rouillé et c'est ça qu'ils autres peuvent faire mais il y a très petit peu l'ouvrage qu'à faire pour le moment à cause il y a plusieurs centaines de tonnes ciment qui sont gâtés là-bas et ils autres peuvent attendre possibilité un autre cargaison ciment ils montent là-bas mais les temps pas bon pour le moment. Ça, en grosso modo, ça qui est expliqué hier après-midi. Mais pareil, on dit, SBC pour retransmettre ça l'évidence, M. Jordan. Deuxièmement, du monde peut demander moi à cause, nous ne pouvons pas passer de témoignages, du monde qui vient donner nous quelque chose en privé. Laisse-moi expliquer quelque chose. Nous respectons du monde qui dans certains la crainte pour donner l'évidence en public. Il est dommage que la démocratie, quand on arrive là, qui dit qu'on pas sentir autres libres pour venir exprimer qui n'arrive ou bien qui recorde autant non. Surtout du monde qui travaille dans le public et aussi dans du monde dans le privé aussi qui perd de victimisé. Ça est vraiment regrettable, mais seulement nous pour nous faire nos ouvrages, commission, nous respecter droit à bande du monde dans notre évidence en privé et moi respecter qui public qui comprend ça. OK? Nous pas qu'à faire autrement. Nous besoin suivre procéder la loi droit du monde et respecter. Moi remercie les autres. Thank you. Aujourd'hui, nous avons 3 témoins, 2 pour donner nos témoignages en public et pour donner en privé. Nos premiers témoins, c'est PS l'emploi avec plan ressources humaines. Et ça, et Miss Morel. Miss Morel, I will now continue in English. Thank you for coming to the commission. Would you like to take the oath?
Okay.
Would you like to take the oath?
Yes.
Are you Christian?
Yes.
Would you like to repeat after me after raising your right hand?
Okay.
Repeat after me. I swear
I swear
that the evidence I shall give before this commission shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. For the record, could you state your full name, your address, and the position that you occupy presently and you occupied during the time of the construction on Assomption?
Okay. Good morning.
Could you speak a little louder?
Okay, good morning. My name is Suzanne Tracy Morel. I live at Petit Paris, and I'm currently the Principal Secretary of the Employment and Human Resource Planning Department.
Louder,
okay.
please.
I restart?
Yes.
Okay, so good morning. My name is Suzanne Tracy Morel. I live at Petit Paris, and I am currently the Principal Secretary for Employment and Human Resource Planning. At the time of the construction, I was the Chief Policy Analyst in the Ministry of Employment and Human Resource Planning. Yeah.
Thank you. Can you tell us, in terms of the Assomption project, how were you involved? In what way were you involved with the project?
Okay. I was not involved in the project because at the time I was the chief policy analyst.
Okay. Are you aware of any applications that came for employment of individuals on Assomption Island?
Okay, yes, I am aware, and I got to be aware when I assumed office as principal secretary, and when I was requested to provide the information in regards to the application for Assumption.
Have you been able to compile a list of those individuals, the dates that they were granted employment privileges in Seychelles from the records held by the ministry?
Okay. Perhaps to clarify at the beginning that the Employment and Human Resource Planning Department, we approve the post that the non-social worker will occupy. We did not approve the work permit or the person who will come in the post per se. So we only approved the posts that were being requested by the employer.
Can you for the Seychellois who do not engage, Seychellois who don't engage in this process, if I want to get a construction worker to come and work in Seychelles, what is the process that I engage in, the whole process I engage in to be able to get a gainful occupation permit for that worker?
Okay, so there are two steps. First of all, they have to apply for the position that they need for the project to the ministry responsible for employment. So with that, there's an application form that they need to fill in, provide details of the employer, the number of positions that they need, the post titles, the duration that they will need the workers, the salary level, the reasons why they need the foreign worker. They also will have to provide a number of attachments to the application, attached documents. They will have to state that they have advertised the position locally. It's 3 consecutive days that they have to apply in the local newspaper, and they have to show that they have brought this vacancy to the attention of the locals, and it's only when they have not received any application from local job seekers that they come to the ministry to apply for a foreign worker. So they have to.
So that's the second step. So the first step, advertisement.
So the first step, they have to do the advertisement. And then they come to the ministry to state that they have not received any local job seekers apply for the post. So they have to attach the copy of the vacancy advert with the application. They also have to attach their business license, which they get from the Seychelles Licensing Authority, and the license must be valid. They have to attach the certificate of incorporation of the business, which they get from the registrar division. And we also request a list of projects that they will be undertaken as the company. That's why to justify the reason for needing these workers. And there are instances also that we request for proof of projects to show that really the project goes on for that duration. That's why they need the workers for that period of time, or that's why they need that much number of workers.
Thank you. Can I ask you, at this stage of the process, are there any exemptions ever granted from this process for any individual or any organization for any specific reasons?
No, not really, no.
Everybody has to adhere to the process that you have described?
Yes, they have to.
Okay. Say, for example, now, at this stage of the process, I am granted permission to bring in 100 workers. What is the next step?
Okay, so the next step after they receive the approval from the ministry responsible for employment, they now proceed to the immigration department. And the approval that we give, the certificate of approval, is valid for 3 months. So the employer has 3 months to do the recruitment. In the event that they do not do the recruitment within the 3 months, they have to come back to the ministry to revalidate that certificate, and we give a further 3 months. Okay? So if the employer is ready to do the recruitment, they proceed to immigration department to request the gainful occupational permit.
Okay. Are there any circumstances where the permission is given by the Minister of Employment, but the GOP is refused by the Immigration Services?
It can happen.
Yeah.
I suppose, yes.
Do you know for what reasons it might happen, in your experience?
It can happen depending on maybe the person who's going to occupy the post. Perhaps if the person, I'm just giving an example, if it's a prohibited immigrant in the database of the Immigration Department.
But normally it should be a seamless process between the Minister of Employment and the Department of Immigration. Am I correct?
Yes, it should.
Thank you. Now let's go to the Assomption project.
Okay.
So when were the first applications made for specific workers to work in Assomption, and by which organization?
Okay, the first application was made on 14th October 2024 by the Island Development Company, IDC. And it comprises of 791 workers posts that they needed. Yes.
Can you give us an idea of the complement of those posts? What type of workers were requested? What types of qualifications or what types of professions were being requested?
Okay, most of the positions that were requested for the project related to construction workers. Okay, so for example, the highest number would be semi-skilled workers. Then you will have shuttering carpenters. You'll also have mason, joinery carpenters, painter. So these were like the top categories of post titles.
From the request of 791 personnel, how many positions were granted by the Ministry of Employment?
They were all granted on the 31st October 2024.
What was the time period between the permission being asked for and the permission being granted?
Yeah, so around 2 weeks.
Was that super fast?
Well, I suppose because of the project itself, but normally the application is dealt within 14 working days. So it's within the time frame that normally an application should be dealt with.
You did not discover any record or any evidence of any pressure being brought by IDC on the Ministry of Employment for the granting of these positions?
No.
Okay. So that was in 2024. Were there further applications brought by IDC for workers for the project?
Yes. There was another application received on the 28th March 2025. And this one was singled out because the senior construction manager, because when the application came on afterwards, we wanted to clarify if it's related to the Assomption project. Mm-hmm. In fact, when it was initially requested, because it was a huge number of workers, the ministry clarified with the employer why you need this number of workers, and the employer indicated it was for this project. So for the senior construction manager, it was approved on the 11th April 2025, and then there were one more application on the 2nd of June 2025, and this was approved in 2 batches on the 10th June 2025 and on the 17th June 2025.
Could you give me a tally of all the positions that were approved by the Ministry of Employment to date of workers to work for IDC specifically for Assomption?
Okay. So to date, the total was 1,450.
Was there ever any variation applied for by IDC for these workers to be posted somewhere else in Seychelles?
No.
So they were specifically brought in for IDC?
Yes,
to
for the
work
project
on
Assomption, yes. In fact, when we started received the applications for this project, it was indicated on the certificate, on the letter, that this is for the project Assomption.
Thank you. Persons who normally recruit these foreign workers, they have to show the Ministry of Employment as part of the conditions that there are accommodation provided for them. Were these checks carried out by the ministry, do you know?
No, so far there were no visits carried out related to accommodation.
So you don't know in what conditions these workers are living on the island?
No, we do not have information on that.
Is that unusual?
Well, in fact, for the initial application, it was on the condition that a visit is conducted with the Minister of Health within 4 months. But however, the visit was not conducted. The officers advised that they just, did not conduct the visit. It was unfortunate that the visit was not undertaken.
And that is irregular?
I would say so, yes.
Thank you. Apart from IDC, was there any other organization to do with the Assomption project that requested permits or permission to bring in workers?
Yes, we received one, but it was only for a limited number of workers, I believe around 2 workers. But it was requested following the stop notice, so the approval was not granted.
From the evidence we have received before this commission, it would appear that some workers are under the supervision of IDC and some of the other workers are under the supervision of a different company at Assomption. Are you aware of that?
No, we're not aware, no.
I can name the company. The company is UCC. It's incorporated in Seychelles. It's supposed to carry out certain works on Assomption with structures that have already been built by IDC. Is it plumbing, electrical? It was described yesterday as being plumbing, electrical works that they will specifically be carried out. You are not aware of that division between the workers?
No.
In fact, when we ourselves, the Commission, visited Assomption, we saw that the IDC workers, who are mostly, I believe, they specifically from Gujarat, they are vegetarians, they live in one set of buildings, whereas these other workers who are recruited from internationally from other parts of India but other parts of the world, they live separately in buildings that look like containers. All right? Is the ministry aware of that?
No.
Do you know that any visits have been carried out?
No.
You are not aware. If I recruit 791 workers, am I allowed to subcontract these workers to a different company?
Well, according to immigration laws, when workers come to work for a particular employer, they should be working for that employer.
So there's no subcontract allowed of those workers to a different company without permission from the ministry?
Well, at least from the immigration department, but yes, from the ministry as well, because we approve for that particular employer.
Okay, I just want to make sure I've understood you correctly.
Yes.
The permissions for workers for Assomption was mandated only for IDC and no other organization?
Yes, for IDC.
Thank you. Is there anything else of note that you would like to bring to the attention of the Commission from the work that you've carried out?
No, I believe all the information has been shared.
From your records, did you come across any recruitment by GICC?
No, there were none.
If IDC has a subsidiary, GICC, is it permitted that those workers work interchangeably between IDC and GICC?
If it is to happen, the employer has to inform us, and we indicate on the certificate.
Okay.
We can indicate the location, and we can indicate if there's another subsidiary employer. But so far, I have not come across this.
So, according to your records, nothing of this sort has happened.
No. One application is from IDC.
Thank you, Ms. Morel.
Yes.
I think this is all for you. I'm very grateful for you for coming to the Commission. You may leave the Commission.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you.
But sorry, before you go, can we have the documents?
Yes, please.
Thank you. And these documents will be marked as? So can you tell us what they are so we can mark them into the record?
Depends what you would like, because it's basically what I had sent on email previously. the list of positions,
Yes.
and then the confirmation that the visit had not been undertaken and the condition that was assigned
Thank
to
you.
the approval.
Thank you. What shall we mark them as?
It's M7.
We mark these exhibits as M7. Thank you.
Thank you.
You take it from her. It doesn't matter. Thank you.
We don't want any of the files.
Which files?
The IDC.
What we need really are the permissions that were asked for and the permissions that were granted, and I think you have them here, don't you?
No, this is the list.
Okay.
The permissions and the applications is in the file. It's
It's quite